Alrighty then. Welcome, all you peoples. This is Sensei Hollywood, and this is Danger Dojo, and that is Hayden Wall on the drums. Say howdy. Howdy. And today's agenda is laying down some funk on some new stuff we've been cooking up with Mr. Ian Klin as an unyet named project, but you know, I've got some ideas. They're highly offensive, but I have some ideas. So we're just gonna get right to it. Like I said, we're tracking some drums, about 2, maybe 3 songs today. See how it goes. This one's just a straight ahead. I'm saying like electro influenced Dean Townish kind of just throwaway jam. But it's one of those all yeah kind of just throw down. I would say the only comment I have for you is, well, I'll try to give you a cue when those little stops happen. Yeah. And because we're still, you know, this is sort of backwards for kind of a jammy kind of situation where we're pre-recording it, but there's some validity to that too. Like, we're really just kind of getting the structure down. I might need to give you a little bit more count. I think that worked out pretty good, the 4 bars. Yeah. Okay. So let's do this, and you know, feel free to try things out. You're doing your thing, and I'll just try to give you a bar or two heads up before those little breaks.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good, man.
And let's do this thing. All right, I think.
I'm just gonna post the.
Oh yeah, do your thing. Take your time. It's all good. While you're doing that, I'd just like to bring out the idea that we do have Kit Cam, which is the latest cam we've added. It's so high energy. It's very good. Oh, and I've also got Studio Cam, and that's kind of lower energy actually, and you can see the banana and snacks I have laid out in the studio here. Quad Cam is looking good. Okay, that's sort of a mix of all. I think I can't hit the beater one time for me, right? Okay, I sort of don't have it completely lined up, but it's good enough. Get the energy. And of course we have Train Cam and Overhead Cam. Does anyone else bring you all these cameras? I just have to, maybe a couple people, yeah. Oh, the other thing is I will be, let me pull my thing up here. I'll be paneling at Dragon Con about streaming. I'll be on one of the panels. Scotty Moore, Danger Dojo contributor, got me involved with them. I really just asked to be on there so I can impress my daughter, and she's already, oh, Dad, Jesus. You know, now she's not going to want to go now. But that'll be fun. So yeah, we'll be talking about how I got the whole multi-camera thing set up and the technical stuff, I think, as well as the aesthetics of Bob Ross meeting Dave Pensado on my channel. Okay, so without further ado, if you're ready, I don't want to interrupt your vape session. You know, I wrote a song about that, right? That was the first one.
We tracked it.
Yeah, I totally remember that. It was so long ago. Okay, here we go. It's I'm calling this one Unlimited Hair for now.
The year of the claw.
There we go. Here we go. Pretty jamming. We're catching on one of those. I messed up giving you the cue on the first thing. I got distracted by bright lights. All right, I'm gonna do some saving as. And maybe we get a couple in that pocket a little bit, and if you want to play around with it or whatever, or do your thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to be too vague, but then again, I don't want to be harshing your creative vibe, man.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about this one. I don't really like. I don't really know what else I could like do outside of like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I heard you do like a little 4 on the floor thing at one time for a little breakdown, but.
Yeah.
But just try out a couple things, see what kind of energy you're feeling.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's just totally ripping from the Deantown thing. They did the whole thing where they just kind of groove on the hi-hat lampshade thing, and the
That whole like.
let me go see if I got a lampshade down there somewhere.
Gotcha.
They're all made out of paper though. It'd be kind of a different vibe. So some of these Wolfpack fans are so hardcore. They're like, dude, I found the Deantown lamp in Stranger Things. I'm like, all right, you guys gotta let go a little bit. A little obsessive. Okay, that's cool. Not gonna get harsh by Wolfpack fans. Here we go. Cool. So, let's take another spin at that. Maybe put that chopper in for like the verse, like after that first break.
Okay.
Yeah, you give me like a solid 8 bars of that, That could be like a thing.
Okay.
Or something, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just pick you a little theme. I like how you're playing into the groove, as far as making little phrases out of it and everything, or actually kind of big phrase. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah,
I'm just like, trying to, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't either. Well, you just heard the thing. Yeah, so
I hear what you're saying now.
yeah, just I like come up with little motifs, if you
Yeah.
will.
Exactly.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, so take another spin at Unlimited. Hayden Wall on the drums. And we're in the count off. Here we go. Break's coming up after this one. Here we go. Break. Get to the chopper.
Was that kind of more an idea?
Yeah, I don't know about right where it was. You know, maybe it goes further up, you know, with the 4 on the floor. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, when Ian's doing the solo, it almost like puts the brakes on, but then you brought it back. So, you know, I don't know. I'm overthinking it.
Yeah.
Let's just grab one more. I turned down the drum loop a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's just naturally going to get a little flammy when there's another thing in there, and I can almost just take it out now you got the idea. Maybe we'll try one without it,
Sure, yeah.
you know, and just see if that changes the energy at all, or it doesn't restrict you as much.
We can do that.
Or I'll just turn it all the way down. Okay. I'm going to do a little more pre-roll. Somehow this sync is still not doing. So it might be like 8 bars, so just bear with me.
Cool.
And I'll just turn down the drum loop while we get ready. Here's Hayden Wall on the drums in the Danger Dojo studio. We're doing funky stuff. This one's called, let's just call it Unlimited. Here we go. on. Coming up on the break. Yeah, that was a good take. You feeling that one?
Yeah. I'm getting more of an idea of
Okay. Let's grab another one like that. I think you're getting a little form going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Just
Maybe something a little like less all over the place.
well, I figure in the live version of this we can do whatever the hell we want, but like, you know, the recorded version could have a little structure to it,
Right.
you know. But yes, so hey guys, if you're just joining us, it's Hayden Wall on the drums. He plays in about a bazillion bands in Atlanta. I'm lucky to get him in on his busy schedule. We're cooking up something new with keyboardist Ian Klin, who was out on the road with Artisanals. So, you know, I'm glad you guys could squeeze me in on all this stuff. It's getting funky in here. And this project has an underpinnings of some funk, but it still has a lot of freedom, I think. But we'll beat all the freedom out of it today. No freedom for you. All right, let's take another take at it. If you're ready, I'll just go ahead and roll. It's like ridiculous amount of pre-roll, but it's more solid that way. And we're in the pre-roll, and we're gonna do another take on this. We're calling it Unlimited, and assume the rock position. you feeling about that one? John and Josh gave you flames. You're on fire, bro. Oh, stop! Don't stop! Don't. No, that's good stuff. Let's grab one more. I think I like the form better last one, but I don't want you to overthink it. Let's grab one more, then we'll go on to the next song. So if you guys are just joining us, thank you. I've got Hayden Wall on the drums. We're recording some new funky stuff. I'm trying to get. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button here. Let me arm my tracks over here. We'll get another take on drums on this one. Then we got 2 more songs, hopefully at least one more to get on this session. And I think I'm crushing my microphone connection. Okay. Oh, that's me. Okay, my bad. Let's take one more take on this one. I think we got the gist. Go ahead and arm the track. Sounding good, guys. Thank you, John and Josh. And all you guys, if you like seeing music get recorded live, feel free to mash that follow button. I've been off most of the summer, but I'm bringing it back. A couple new projects with my friends. All right, here we go. Preparations A through G were insufficient, but on the whole, preparation H feels pretty good. Good stuff. I think that one and the one 2 takes ago, I think we got this handled. I can chop it up. Cool. Digging this track, fire, John and Josh. Thank you.
Thank you, John and Josh.
Thank you. I think that one's handled. Do you want to do the other one with a little
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fill up my water and.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on to the other song. He's gonna I'm gonna let him hydrate. I'm throwing him a bucket. It puts the lotion on it. So whenever I bring a new participant to this deal, it is kind of a scary moment with them. Yeah, it's just down here in my basement. So it's a big leap of faith, but no. Let's go here. We're gonna pull up the other track while he goes and hydrates. I'm just gonna do this thing. So our goal today is to get 2 more songs done if we can get them. And the project today is an unnamed kind of funk fusion-y, jammy thing I've been working up with. And these are guys, this is a long story short. I met them through Animal Ace, another frequent contributor here on Danger Dojo. Another one of my old students, actually, from I used to teach this stuff in college. And he turned me on to the super jams, where a lot of people from kind of the jam band scene, a little bit of crossover with some EDM folks, just and they all play in like various levels of touring bands, whatever. And because I played on a Carlos Santana once, like 15 years ago, they invited me, and I got to hang out, and it was cool. So I met a whole bunch of other musicians through the super jam with Animal Ace. I was talking about Chris Bagley.
Great fella.
Yeah, no, super dude. One of my old students. He's organized this whole super jam thing over the last year and change, and it's turned into this really cool thing. And the deal is on those. It's here in Atlanta. It's like you walk up on stage with people you've never met and start making music. And that's how I met Hayden. Just like literally not send a word. And we had played for like a half hour in front of a bunch, like 200 people. And I'm like, hey, that was fun, man. We should do this. And it took me like a year to get on his calendar, but it's cool. He's here now and he's jamming. So, did I pull up the wrong song again? God bless America. I started talking. I can't do two things at once here. It doesn't matter is the thing here. So we're gonna move on to this other song. It's kind of a rehash of a melody I used on another song, but we totally changed it. And there's no verbiage or anything on it right now. It's still me and Hayden, just kind of and Ian jamming on the instruments. And before I do this anything, I'm going to go ahead and give this one another 8 bars, but I'm going to play a little bit of it. Oh, it's that same drum loop too. I forgot. I'm going to move this back at least 8 bars. I want all the stuff, please. All the stuff. Undo. Well, you know, let me see what I'm doing here. There we go. So I'm just prepping my session. I would have done this earlier, but I have no time. All my decisions are based around all the stuff I have going, and when we can do it. So this is the live situation. So I'm going to scoot that back 8 bars, Shift Command N. We'll do aux input. We're going to put a click track on there too. Do you want to hear the like before, like with the rough drums, and then I'll just take them out?
Sure.
Did that work out okay? Yeah.
Let's do that.
So if you're lurking out there, that's cool. If you feel like throwing your 2 cents in, constructive criticism is always welcome here. Be honest, but be nice. That's the only rule I have. Don't be a cock knocker to strangers. That's a good rule to live by, I find.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, to friends, yeah. To strangers, you know. No, some people get a little weird about what they call backseating around here. You got to put that chorus there. I find it helpful if everyone's like just being honest.
Yeah.
And I don't always do everything everyone says, but it is interesting to get a little pushback as you're creating.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little counterproductive, but for the most part, it's something different. That's what I dig about doing this stuff live on Twitch is.
Oh, yeah. Well, and at least it's not like, you know, some kid, like some keyboard warrior being like.
Oh, I got a few of those. But then I get like serious stuff. Like I had this guy who was going to SAE in like Holland.
Oh, wow.
And we started talking about nerding out on compression settings and stuff like that. So I've had some of that exchange going on. Had a super fan in Romania. I haven't heard from him in a while. He did a lot of custom art for us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he did me as Bob Ross. So yeah, Twitch has definitely turned me on to like a whole different audience. I've just been on Slack for a few months trying to regroup, doing a lot of travel, all that kind of jazz, but don't we all? Okay, so this one, tentatively called Doesn't Matter, Slight Return. I'll just give you the 8, I got one more thing. 8 bar count off, and like before, and we'll just we'll hack it as we go. But it's pretty straightforward. I think you heard it. Hey, by the way, Hayden has not heard any of these songs before today.
Which is why it's kind of rough.
Yeah, well,
Trying
but
new things.
exactly. But see, that's the challenge. That's why it's Danger Dojo instead of like Safe Studio. It's Safety Studio with your host Barney the Dinosaur. Don't go into the basement. Don't go into the basement. Okay. All right. And whack your drums one time. Okay, I got you. I got you level. Okay, good. All right. So excruciating 8-bar count off, and then we're into Jamsville. You hear the click?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Solo to go here, doodle doodle out. Here goes a change up. The end. Cool.
That's a short one.
That's what she said. Oh, yeah. Oh gosh, dang. Don't start. Don't get me started on that. Yeah, you think I'd grown out of that kind of stuff by now. That's a good solid take. Sorry, I gave you 8, and then there was 2 bars already in the thing I forgot about. But let's just do it again. We'll tighten up on it. You know, I would say like. The thing for this one is it's like one more half step towards Wolfpack in that melody's so strong.
Yeah.
So if you do a little fill, maybe pick up da 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 da, you know, like hear something and give me a little accent on that. Almost, it's almost like classical music.
Right.
Like I was saying, it's like low volume shred, which I'm starting to think might not be a bad hashtag. You know, I don't know. It's that era where you have to think about the tash tags. The tash tags? The tash hags? Tash hags. I think I just came up with a band name. Okay.
Tash bags, yeah. There you go.
No, we'll keep that in one committee.
Drugs, Stan.
Caffeine. Caffeine. Lots of caffeine. I was up till 4 in the morning last night, and I still woke up like at 8:30, and I'm thoroughly caffeinated. All right, let's take another spin on this one. I think it sounded great. We'll just kind of get the form together, just like the last one. I think I'm only giving you 4 bars here. Yeah, and this will be 2 bars. Here we go. Change. Bringing it back. Turn up on the change. Give me quarters on the ride this time. Come for the end. Tight end. Cool. Hey, I don't know if I threw you off calling audibles, but
No. You said quarters on the right.
well, I would think like maybe quarters, like a big dumb rock quarters. King, king, king. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and then the other part, I think the word I want you to maybe throw around is jaunty. You got the tight groove, but you can feel a little playful with the fills a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, almost. You know what I mean? There. It's hard to describe. Do you know the Dresden Dolls?
I don't.
They're a really cool duo, and it was this kind of artsy chick, and her name's Amanda. I can't remember her name. She's still active, like on solo kind of thing. She's pretty active on Patreon. She was one of the first people to really make it on Patreon. And she was like a street performer that got into doing bands. She'd play piano, and she had this drummer that would dress up like a mime, but he was like sick drummer. And he would go really dramatic, like cymbal chokes to accent work she was doing while he was playing the groove, just kind of lean over the drums. But it was like street performers took over as a band.
Okay.
I saw him at the Echo Lounge, and that was still a thing.
Damn, yeah, I haven't heard that name in a while.
I don't think even that's that old, you know. But anyway, yeah. So I guess just. Not necessarily aggressive as playing, but aggressive in like being playful.
Gotcha.
Aggressively playful. All right, now that I've thoroughly confused you with chalk talk, let's try another one of those.
Oh, my whole life is just confusion. That's welcome to being a musician.
Exactly.
Right.
What's wrong with us?
Yeah.
Everything and nothing. All right, so we're counting off 4 plus 2, I think. So when this gets here, we'll have 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, ready, go. Change. Solo goes here. Here comes the change up. Back. Here comes the end. I like to choke at the end. That was good. I would say maybe 5% too playful at the beginning, but then you dialed it in about right as we kept going.
Gotcha. All right.
Let's take another take on that one. It doesn't matter. Hey guys, you're just joining us and hanging out. Welcome. It's Danger Dojo. We're making records in real time, warts and all. Hayden Wall on the drums. Never heard the song before, like 10, 15 minutes before we started. Give us some dangs in the chat if you appreciate, or just hang out. That's cool too. We're gonna take another take on this one. Hold on. It'll help if I hit record. Let's try that again. And we should be rolling. And it's 2 bars once this whole thing starts. I turn it down. 1, 2, 3. Comes change up. A little different energy. Change up coming. And coming. Cool. I like what you're doing on the little change up where your kick drum patterns matching the bass a little more.
Okay.
Maybe on the verses, for lack of a better term, give me some of that 16th note energy.
Okay.
As opposed to the 8th. I think we got this thing. I think you did that on some previous takes, but just since we're getting it together here.
Okay, yeah. Right on.
But yeah, I think it's coming together. And we'll just get the right amount of playfulness. All right, arming, booming, ding, ding. Cool. And here we go. Then we can bang this one out.
Do something in those 2 bars.
Yes, here it goes. Now. Yeah. Going to the change. Yeah. Back to the verse. Yeah. Change coming up. I like it. What do you think? Last one.
Yeah.
One more just like that.
Yeah. Is that what you were talking about, like the 16th?
Yeah, I think so. Do you agree? It's a little
No,
jauntier energy that way.
Yeah, it's hip. It's hip.
Like the kids like.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got a beat. I can dance to it. I give it a 54.
God, yeah, it's too early for me to be doing. I've been working on blast beats with that Kakashka band I do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like I don't, I'm not like with fingers or anything yet, so it's like all wrist.
Oh
So,
okay. Nice. I would think it's a lot of yoga. So like the equivalent is all downstrokes for guitars. You know, when it's like because it doesn't sound right if you alternate that.
well, we're not like any of those like speed metal.
No, but I remember early later days of punk,
Yeah.
like mid late '80s. For like a week, I was in like this band called the Dead Sexuals, and it was like hardcore punk, like, but it was interesting because like we just had this very diverse lineup.
Yeah.
Like, I was like a metalhead, and I just put on all my Boss pedals all the time, and I'll just shred. But then we'd do like reggae things. A drummer was kind of a funk drummer. The bass player's name was Idiot Dick. He wore like moose antlers on stage. Never wore a shirt. And the main guy was like a solid punk named Rodney. And literally, like my friend John was a drummer. He's like, "Hey, come over and jam with this guy." We wrote like 8 songs, like an hour. And Rodney's like, "Hey, let's go play this party tonight." And that was like our first gig. And in the space of a week, we got like almost famous in Florida, like in zines and doing shows. And then I was like, I don't want to play in this band anymore. But we had a song called Frat Boy Massacre. And it was like this reggae song, like, "Hey, frat boy, what you doing here? We're not giving away any free beer, so die, frat boy, die." And he'd do the blast beat. That's where I started turning the story, because there was like a blast beat kind of song.
Yeah.
All right, I totally blew the concentration level, but you took me there. I tell stories. All right, so I always think about that band with that, because I remember that dude I didn't think he had blast beats in it. Here we go. We're all looking for our inner blast beat. Here comes your 2 bars. Cool. How do you feel about that one?
I think I can do one more.
One more coming up. Let's do that. Yeah, I had to destroy the whole thing with my stupid story. God, it's stupid. Chris Farley thing here.
Did you get a lot of attention from your kid? Why?
Oh man.
R.I.P. man. R.I.P.
This is the one. Jaunty, playful, but organized.
There we go.
It's simplicated. Here's your 2-bar thingy. Change. Change up going. To the head. And I like it. That felt good. I think that was a good one. I think between that and whatever else we got, we'll make that one. That'll jam. But I felt good. Okay, that's 2 down. You got time to take a stab at number 3? What's your schedule like?
Yeah, no, I'm freed up. So.
All right, cool. Let's take a listen to that. This one's different.
Little, yellow, different.
Chartreuse. Anyone ask me my favorite color, I tell them chartreuse, even though it's a ghastly color. I just like the sound of that word. It's ghastly.
Chartreuse. That sounds like if King Diamond didn't come up with the name King Diamond, he'd be chartreuse.
What if he was chartreuse? Like he was King Diamond, but he wore like kind of a yellowish green kind of ensemble.
That'd be awesome. That'd be hilarious.
I think that could be a reinvention there. All right.
King Diamond, but it's all like happy.
What was this? Someone did like a whole Rage Against the Machine, like low gain, like jazzy.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's really good too. It's just Jazz Against the Machine, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why. So that's why I need to release the Cartman Against the Machine thing that Steven was doing the other day.
You gotta play that for me.
Oh yeah. Well, it's on. If anyone's watching, it's on the clips. You should check that out. But yeah, I'll hook you up with another clip. But yeah, that's the one that could go viral of all the stuff I'm doing. Okay, so I need to do a new session with this as a template. Let's do that. That's cool. So I'm just setting up my drum recording track real quick. This is the track we're going to attack. Spacey Galaxy is what we're calling it. That's what Ian called it anyway. And it's 128 beats per minute. The funkiest of all tempos. You know, I got into I keep saying Wolfpack, but this sort of took me on this voyage that got me into like Nowhere and Snarky Puppy a little bit. Like, I didn't know who the hell they were. I just saw this funny video they did about the top 3 snares. Like, it was like the serious documentary, and I had no idea they were a band, right?
So
that was my introduction to Wolfpack. Was like this obscure YouTube channel. And these nerds are talking. They're in the studio. Yeah, there was the Bernard Purdy, and like I was like, dude, it's like a BBC documentary about snare drums. This is pretty cool, right?
I gotta check that out. I haven't seen
Yeah, no, it's obscure. Well, I think they had a deal with like this manufacturer. They had their own compressor plug-in, the Wolf compressor, So I think it was like promo for one of those kind of deals. But it's just so slick and yet lo-fi. And it starts in the middle of the thing. There's no intro into it. It just starts off like you got like the footage missing kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, those guys are masters at the lo-fi marketing thing, to say the least.
Yeah.
But
Well, and it seems nowadays it's like, you know, people are like trying to like tap into like nostalgia a little bit. Well, at least that's what Bullpen.
no, yeah, well, yeah, no, obviously them and like Nowhere kind of got on that vibe, but flipped it to like an '80s thing.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But they, you know, what I like about both those groups is they got like a inherent sense of humor that comes through it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, but yet Nowhere just delivers the frickin' jams and the sickness, but still has it grounded in like this '80s pop, like this. And I don't, you may not know this group, but maybe you do. Is Missing Persons.
I've heard the name.
Terry Bozzio and his wife.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. It was like a drummer and a singer were the main parts of this band, and then it was Warren Cucurullo who used to play. They all used to play with Zappa.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Warren Cucurullo went on to play with Duran Duran.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, weird career trajectories coming out of Zappa's band. But and Missing Persons was kind of big. They had a couple of major, and it just didn't go anywhere, and blah blah blah. And like the crazy thing is that chick was like and she was famous. She was kind of like blowing up, and she did a Hustler spread, which was a porno mag back in the day. It was like raunchier Playboy. And then somehow that was like huge controversy back in the day. And then like MTV did like Where Are They Are Now, and she's like selling real estate out of a Honda Odyssey, like a commuter mom. Like 20 years later, they got divorced, and she's she's like working for Remax.
Well, hey, you know.
Yeah, it's like one of those things, but it was like you never know. Your real estate agent can have an interesting past.
Well, yeah, that's like I think. Did you know Colonel Bruce Hampton?
Yeah, I met him once. He did the whole thing. Like I was playing this a long time ago. I opening up for Soundtrack Sector 9 back in the day.
Oh shit! Wow.
And I was playing in this band called Everyday People. It's kind of a Dave Matthews-y thing.
Okay.
I've been through some vibes and changes. So Smith's, and I'm sitting there on the fire escape. He comes out, looks at me, does the whole thing. He's like, July 5th.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, that's the thing? And you literally the only thing he said to me, and we talked a little about the studio stuff, and then and while we're talking, he's smoking a cigarette. He whips it out and pees off the fire escape while I'm standing there, and then goes back in. I'm like, well, I just met Colonel Bruce.
Well, anyway, I bring him up because I always heard that he was an accountant. Like that was his like day job, from what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but apparently, because I mean, he was like a pretty, underground
No, yeah, exactly.
guy. You know, it's kind of hard to like. I don't really know how.
You could survive off that,
Yeah, right.
right? Yeah, at a
That's
certain,
what I always heard.
especially at a certain age. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, but he kept that shit under wraps because that just destroys the brand, right?
Yeah, that and probably the people he worked with probably didn't even know that he was
Right.
doing his thing.
But he was sort of like a poor man's Southern Zappa kind of thing. Like a lot of sick dudes graduated out of his master class.
Well, yeah, his first he was on that Lumpy Gravy album from Zappa.
Right. A little Zappa, but then his own thing, like with the hippies and the jam band scene, with just complete reverence. He just launched these sick bands, and
It's like the Allman Brothers meets Sun Ra meets Zappa, like
Colonel
rest
B,
in peace, Colonel.
Captain Beefheart, kind of a little bit of weirdness.
I was at that show too where he died.
Man, what an exit though.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's sad, but then again, you don't get a much better send off than that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
That
Well,
ca-
nobody thought he was dead. Like everybody thought he was fucking around.
Right, because he would do that. Yeah, he would do that. But like, of all the dumb ways to die, having a tribute concert and you just on the encore, fuck out of here, man. That's not bad. It sucks, but it's not bad. All right, but I digress.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Colonel Bruce.
Yes, indeed. But
We love ya,
but salutes on the exit. Oh my God,
Oh, yeah,
brilliant exit.
bro. Anywho.
Yeah. I'm arming a click track and I'm pulling up the reference thing here.
Right on. This one's probably gonna be a little.
Yeah, this and I don't know where this is going. So do your thing, and it may be a thing we revisit. We might change up the whole inner structure of it. But like I said, Ian sent me that. I just threw some melody stuff on it, and we'll just see where this one goes.
Cool.
And I'll see. I'll give you like 4 bars into it. Okay, let's see, 128, and that looks right. Okay, and this is drum reference here. So guys, if you're just joining us, I am Sensei Hollywood. This is Danger Dojo. That guy over there is Hayden Wall, and he's playing some drums, and I'm throwing in some spicy challenges here. This one's called Spicy Galaxy. You hear the click track?
I don't.
Well, that's not good. It'd probably help if I actually put a click track on it. Yeah. Okay, we should be in business now. There we go. Let's get down to business. Quit fucking around. What is this? All right, here we go.
Is it 8?
1, 2, 3, 4. Something fucked up and I'm not syncing up anyway. Let's see. Let me see what. Do you want to hear the drums in there that he's got?
Sure.
All right, we'll just go for it on top of that. And there are like 3 tracks, so it's just not super easy for me just to pull them up or down without screwing everything up here. I just want to make a note. Phase drums, verse drums. Oh, wait, they're all up top. Okay. I think I see what's going on now. All right. I should probably arm this one. One more time from the top with feeling. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. right, cool.
Yeah.
I kind of like the energy you're bringing to it.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna find the accents, little stops and stuff, but that sounds good. Let's see. Let's grab another take of that. And here we go. Okay, cool. And we'll do this again. And I've turned down the synth drums a little bit.
Okay.
And I may just phase them out altogether once you kind of get flying. They're pretty strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah. Here we go. One, 2, 3, 4. I really like the change of energy there where you brought it down to the little side stick thing. I think that's taking shape. Let's grab another take like that while you're, before I start telling the story.
In my day,
We wore an onion on the belt, which was the fashion of the time.
you walk 15 miles to 120.
And Cinemax was scrambled on the cable box. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. It's getting there. Getting there. 1 or 2 more of those, you know. That thing at the end where it gets super repetitive, it's gonna be some kind of hook, instrumental or otherwise. So it's gonna be like a little build. Da 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 ba da 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 da. Yeah da da da. Something's gonna go there, so it's gonna build up a little bit. We just don't know what yet. It's in the embryonic stages. But yeah, I do like the change of energy you got going in the middle section though, a lot actually. And in a live situation, I think that's the part that opens up, you know, the jam out part thingy. Get all modal. Like Miles Davis on the Dick Cavett show.
That's a great.
Did you watch that whole thing?
I did, yeah. I've actually seen that before, but
right.
I've never heard that band.
Like, and you know, it's just like, you know, who would like on network TV spend 20 minutes talking about how to hold the trumpet?
Dude, right? Yeah.
Of a Dick Cavett and Miles Davis, and it was cool. And then I like Nicolas Cage. You better put some respect on that horn, man.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. And then they go and they play Tutu at the end. Yeah. And Miles, it's like network TV, and he's calling an audible and just kind of waves at the guitar player to take a solo. And he wanders off and starts playing keys. Yeah. I'm like, that's cool. Who would do that now, right? Who would just say, oh, it's my time on this network TV thing. I'll let this obscure studio musician just shine for a little bit. That was cool, you know, so. Yeah. All right. Want to take another stab at this one? Cool.
If you can just cue me for like all the hit parts.
Yeah, I'll try. It's like I just learned it myself the other day. But I'll see if there's a visual I can give you. And also I put some markers in, but they all shifted when I moved this back. Let me see if I can do this real quick. I think that would help. Because I like I said, I had just kind of memorized it from Ian, and none of these is going to work. All right, I'll just try to cue you. Here we go. I'm sorry. I think my cues, my visual reference for my cues is getting even more fucked up
No
than.
worries, no worries.
It's like, hey, Dex, you at least not sabotage me.
I mean, I'm kind of like, I'm just trying shit.
Yeah, no. So I like how you brought the little stompy energy to the verses.
Yeah.
I think that's working. And like, worst comes to worst, I can if we miss an accent, I can grab one, move it around, that kind of stuff. Let's take like one more on this, and this probably needs to get edited and added to anyway. That's why I put it last. It was like,
I feel like out of all three of them, I feel like this one, like, we can kind of get like some different takes and build the structure.
yeah, no, that's gonna be one of those because there's some non-standard phrase lengths, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I haven't wrapped my head around how that's working yet,
Right.
and but I don't want to throw it out the window yet.
No, definitely.
So cool. Let's grab one more and then we'll just move on and call it for the day or whatever. I can get into edit mode. I know you probably have stuff going on, but
Actually, I don't really have shit going on.
oh,
So, yeah.
okay. Well then let's get it right then.
It's like almost 3:30 and it's
Let's get a couple more takes on this. Once you get to the bridge, it's all gravy. It's just a little weird with the form.
yeah, and that ending too. I gotta watch.
Yeah.
Slightly different.
When that melody comes, yeah, it's like I said, it's like an extra 2 bars. Otherwise, it would just be obvious. Da, 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 da. Then it's like, oh, there's the accent. Okay. All right. Well, let's take another spin at this. We'll get something going, and then maybe that'll help get the rest of it together.
Cool.
Okay. Here we go. was a good take. That was a good take.
Yeah, not bad.
Give me one more of those, and I think we can leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was good with the bop. Dang, shinga da boom. Go back to the top. And okay, I think this is the one right here. Spicy Galaxy. Yeah, that was a good take too. I think we got this one,
Yeah.
at least in its current state. Because I'm thinking that it could be more of a hook. We might even move that up in the song like another time, and just converge on that one. But awesome job.
If you think you got enough.
I think so. I mean, at least for now. It might be one we re-edit the song. Now we know how it's going to go, and taking our stab at it. The other two I feel like are really solid because those are more straight ahead, just A-B jam out.
This one is just one of those weird ones.
Well, it's good.
Like the placement of some things. It's cool.
Yeah, that's the non-standard phrases, which I don't hate, like, in and of themselves. Just I without a melody or like words or anything for the song, it's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Which was cool. So I think we're in good shape on this one, man. So it was big thanks for Mr. Hayden Wall.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime, and hopefully soon again.
Oh yeah.
So the whole deal with this is we're trying to get an EP together, whatever this is, of 5 or 6 songs, and start becoming a performance unit. I think they call that a band sometimes, speaking in circles. But that's the goal with this project, and hopefully you hear more out of this. And I don't know, just go on from there. So I'll just play it on this last performance, and we'll call it a day for now, and then we'll regroup on the dojo that is dangerous. Danger Dojo. All right, thanks for watching, guys.